Right, let's do the Anova analysis. First off, let's open the dataset. Okay, first off, let's compute the satisfaction. Since there are four satisfaction items, SAT 1 to 4, we can compute an overall satisfaction score by averaging the item. And how to do that? Go to transform, compute variable. Let's name our variable SAT average, and then we'll construct a formula for it, averaging the four items. Divide them by 4 and press OK. A little mistake there. Press OK. Right, from now on we'll have a variable known as SAT average. Okay, let's answer the questions. First, does satisfaction vary due to customer's gender? How do we analyze that? Okay, we'll go to analyze. We'll choose compare means and pick one way and over. Okay, on our dependent list, we'll put on our previously calculated SAT average because we're trying to figure out whether each factor affect this. So the first factor should be gender. Put gender into our factor box right here. And in the options, we'll check three boxes: descriptives, homogeneity of variances, and Welsh. Press continue, then OK. Okay, we have our outputs here. Let's look into each one. First, descriptive. Gender 1 stands for male and gender 2 stands for female. We can observe that overall, the gender 2 show slightly higher average satisfaction compared to the male gender 1. Then comes to the Levine test. We can see that our significant value is 0.298. Since this value is higher than 5%, the assumption of homogeneity of variances is satisfied. What does that say? This means the variance in satisfaction scores across genders groups is roughly equal, and the Anova results can be considered reliable. Right? It's greater than 5%, so we'll mainly focus on the Anova table. We have the significant value of 0.036. Since this value is less than 5%, less than 0.05, there is a significant difference in satisfaction between the genders, statistically speaking, and this sum of square, uh, 4.767 indicates the magnitude of this difference. Right, that's for the genders. Okay, next question. Does satisfaction vary due to the consumer's age? Similarly to the previous question, let's do the similar steps. Go to analyze, go to compare means, and pick one way ANOVA. Our dependent list remain the same, but we'll choose the factor. Instead of gender, we'll have age put in there, and in the option, we'll have the previously presets. We'll press OK, and we'll have different outputs. This one is for the consumer's age. So, what do we have? We have the age group 2, which is 19 to 22, has the highest average satisfaction, while the age group 3 has the lowest. That's some notable notes. Okay, about the Levine test results, we have the significant value of 0.188. Since this figure is greater than 5%, the assumption is met, and the result of the ANOVA table are valid. We'll look into the ANOVA table. We have the significant value of 0.031. Since this value is uh, smaller than 5%, so there is a significant difference in the satisfaction among the age group, and the effect size is indicated here, which is a moderate difference because the figure is 9.586. So, in conclusion, there is a difference. Okay, about the third question, does satisfaction vary due to the customer's education? Similarly to the previous two, we'll go to analyze. We'll compare the means and choose one way ANOVA. This time, we'll consider the education factor. Put it into the education box, and the options are saved. Those three presets. Okay, press OK, and we'll have the tables, our outputs. Let's look into the outputs across education levels. The satisfaction means are relatively close, you see, with the doctoral level, here, doctoral level, showing a slightly lower satisfaction, but overall it's still close. Okay, let's look into our Levine test results. We have a significant value of 0.674. Since this figure is greater than 5%, the assumption is set aside and the ANOVA tests are valid. Okay, but let's look into our ANOVA. The significant value here is 0.425. This is like greater than 5%, so there is no, statistically speaking, significant difference in satisfaction across the education levels. So let's look into the robust test results, and this so shows no differences, right? Okay, we have the significant value of 0.375. This is still greater than 5%, right? So the robust test further confirms the ANOVA test result, showing no differences in satisfaction across the education levels. Okay, about the last question. If satisfaction does vary due to consumers' age, are such different valid in two groups of gender? Okay, this is different from the previous three question. We'll have to run a two-way ANOVA instead of the one-way ANOVA. To examine that, we'll go to Analyze. We'll choose General Linear Model and choose un univariate. Uninvariate. I don't know how to spell that correctly. I think I should look into that. We'll choose that, and on our dependent level, we'll put in our SAT average, and then in our fixed factor, we'll select both age and gender and put it into the fixed factor here. All right, about the options. We'll have checked two boxes: descriptive statistics and homogeneity test. Press continue, and we have our option done. Okay, press OK. Right, we'll have these outputs. These outputs right here. So let's look into our results. First, the descriptive statistics for males, gender 1 here, and this is for female, gender 2. Across the gender and age group, females tend to have a higher satisfaction means than a male. You can see like for 4.6 compared to 4.4 of men, and this is the age group, right? Okay, how about our Levine test results? Okay, we have a significant value of where did that go? Wait, hold on. 0.440 is our significant value. Since this value is greater than 5%, the assumptions of equality of variances is satisfied, and the results from the models are valid. Let's look into our test between the subject effects. We have the p-value of genders is 0.056 here for the gender. And since this is greater than 5, the main effect of gender is not significant at the 5% level, and gender alone does not significantly influence the satisfactory. Okay, and when it comes to the age, we have the p-value of 1% since 10%, I mean, since this is greater than 5%, the main effect of age does not statistically significant. The satisfaction does not vary significantly due to age alone. And how about those two crossing? Uh, we have the significant value of joint gender and age. The value is 0.774, and since this is greater than 5%, the interaction between gender and age is not statistically significant. This means that the effect of age on satisfaction does not significantly differ across the gender groups. So, what is our conclusion? There is no significant interaction effect between gender and age on consumer satisfaction told by indicated by this p-value right here. Additionally, neither gender nor age alone significantly influence the satisfaction at the level of 5%, and the differences in satisfaction due to age are not valid across genders as the interaction term is not significant.